Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, UBM India is one of the leading exhibition organizers in India, bringing the buyers and sellers together on one common platform via seminars, conferences, awards, and exhibitions. With offices in New Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Chennai, UBM India hosts over 25 large-scale exhibitions and 40 plus conferences all across the country every year. A UBM Asia company, UBM India enables trade across multiple industry verticals, and UBM Asia is owned by UBM PLC, which is listed on the London Stock Exchange as well. So without any further ado, now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite on stage the man with a grand vision. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Michael Duck, Executive Vice President, UBM Asia, to commence the evening.
Thank you very much, Gazil. Dr. Bandyopadhyay, Mr. Amit Kumar, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of UBM, a very warm welcome to one and all. Very nice to see you here this evening, here in Delhi, Noida. Especially also the dignitaries who have joined us here this evening for this special evening of celebrating the excellence in the Indian renewable energy industry. We are also pleased to have E&Y as the process evaluation partner for tonight's very important award event. Tonight also UBM is very proud to launch the maiden edition of Renewable Energy India Awards and a new publication, India's Leading Renewable Energy Companies. The publication provides a complete scenario of the renewable energy, both at the global as well as the domestic level. It provides details on the financial operational performance, the Government of India initiatives, and the future outlook of the sector. UBM has been an integral part of the renewable energy industry worldwide through exhibitions in Thailand, Malaysia, Myanmar, Vietnam, and also here in India, bringing together more than 100,000 professionals each year to network and identify business opportunities and expand the global market. On behalf of UBM, I once again welcome you all. I wish everybody a thoroughly enjoyable evening this evening. I know it's going to be great fun, and there's going to be an excellent panel discussion, which will keep you enthralled, I'm sure. Thank you, good evening, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special panel discussion as part of the Renewable Energy India Awards 2015 by UBM. We are going to be talking of challenges as well as opportunities. Let's begin first with the opportunities. So Chirag, what are some of those areas within the renewable energy space that you think are going to be key investment drivers? Solar is surely one of them. And what sort of ROIs are you projecting for investors in the next couple of years?
So if you look at solar as an industry, it's primarily, or renewable energy as an industry, it's power industry. So you know the rules of infrastructure industry would typically apply to all the financial matrices that an investor should expect out of this industry. The typical IRR that infrastructure investors typically expect is in the early teens. So that would be around 13, 14, 15%. So that's the kind of IRRs that we have seen that most investors would get out of such projects. What that means is that there has to be a very special class of investor who would find interest into a project which is in renewables or power sector. A typical private equity player looking at 30% kind of IRRs would not really like to play into this. There have to be specialized infrastructure funds globally that would take part and play into this growing industry that India has to offer.
Amit, when we talk of new energies, when we are referring to fuel cells, we are talking of ocean energy, hydrogen energy. What is the sort of potential that you see? What are the growth opportunities, especially in the R&D and disruptive technology space there?
I believe that in time to come, these are the kind of things which are going to present lot of opportunities in different kind of roles. For example, we are talking of thousands of telecom shelter scattered all around the country. Now, some of them probably very well can be actually powered by fuel cell based systems. So those are the kind of things one has to actually invest into and look into in more focused way. There are a lot of opportunities in terms of investing into R&D, investing into the whole aspect of indigenous industry. And in fact, when one is talking about decentralized off-grid application, when it's talking about 40 gigawatt of rooftop systems, I think lot of that is going to come from disruptive business models. And those are startup companies which are going to take up that kind of initiative. So investing in those startups, those are the kind of opportunities we are looking at actually.
Dr. Bandyopadhyay, one of the key challenges in India is that our grid is weak and it's unstable. So there is massive amount of load shedding that happens. What kind of an impact does that have on the economies of having rooftop solar?
Already work has been started to strengthen our grid system. We are trying to make this grid, is a bigger and extended grid so that it can absorb many of these uncertainties in the grid. So that's why number one, the first task that government has already started is to strengthen the national electricity grid system. You have already seen the green energy corridors have been planned. So side by side, this planning has already been started.
Okay. In the last 1 year, you've spoken a lot about what the government initiatives have been and how, what are the big policies that are in place for the next couple of years. But how would, being from the finance side, how would both of you rate the performance of the government when it comes to policy, enabling infrastructure and enabling policies for investors in this field?
See, in fact, renewable comes in the area of power and electricity. So, regulation is what is applicable to power and electricity also is applicable to renewable sector. And unlike telecommunication, which is regulated by a single regulator in India, that is the TRAI, the electricity sector is regulated by at least 30 regulators. So we don't have uniform, policy all around the country. And there are certain policies which are taken by the central government and which can apply to all over the country. But there are, policies which are specific to state. And that is why you will find that in India, the solar first came in Gujarat because they had a policy which enabled solar to come there. So it largely has been, focused by the specific state governments, how much they have been taking interest in it. Also, apart from that is because there is this issue of land acquisition. And there is also issue of agricultural land being converted into non-agricultural land. That's one of the prerequisites. Some of the state governments, for renewable, they have so moto allowed agricultural land to be converted into non-agriculture to be converted into agriculture. So some state governments have been more friendly. Some state governments have started taking. What's very important is that renewable is one industry that where everyone has awakened to the mission. That is what is very heartening to note. We talked about 1,75,000 megawatt, but this whole target or mission has enabled all the state governments to come and try to fulfill their commitments.
Mr. Amit Kumar, we've largely been talking about solar and we've largely been talking about wind, but in rural India, you've been involved with a lot of initiatives where biomass has been used effectively. What's the sort of potential that lies in that?
Ritu, you raised very good point because nowadays we seem to have forgotten biomass altogether. But I think given the fact that country is supposed to have so much million tons of surplus biomass, it's rather surprising that we are not focusing with equal vigor into biomass also. And in fact, for rural electrification, for decentralized application, I think, and if we are striving to supply grid quality power to the village, not merely the lighting, then I think biomass-based solutions are one of the ideal solutions in today's time. So one should not be looking at multi-megawatt kind of biomass-based power plant where collection and supply of biomass itself becomes a problem, but rather look at a smaller application of biomass gasifier. And I think there is a lot of potential for that. A lot of work has also been done on that. Yes, there are challenges as is in any new technologies, but those are not unsurmountable. So you would have good examples of, for example, what Hush Power has done in Bihar, for example. In fact, a very novel application which we tried with the help of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy was to set up a biomass gasifier-based combined decentralized cold storage and power generation system in one of the villages in Sitapur. Because that in one go takes care of whatever food and harvest wasting which takes place by way of having a decentralized cold storage right at the harvest level, but also supplies electricity to villagers and for commercial applications. So I think there is a lot of scope for doing lot many innovative things around biomass itself. What is required is will to do that.
Sure, will is one thing, but are economies of scale possible in what Mr. Kumar is suggesting?
See, that's one of the challenges that the biomass industry has been facing, and that is economies of scale, right? I mean, I know personally of one of the largest biomass producers in the country, and the challenge he faces is to procure the raw material, which is biomass, on a regular basis. So there are days when he does a lot of production, there are days when his production doesn't go up. So he doesn't really know how to manage his operations effectively, right? So biomass probably will largely remain an industry which is a much small scale sector. Large scale consolidation, big IPOs, that's not really a future that we largely anticipate for this industry.
We are running out of time, so I'm going to ask the final question to each one of you. What, according to you, is that one most important, crucial step in terms of policy or infrastructure that needs to be taken to achieve this target of 175 gigawatts and providing power to all by 2022? Maybe we can start with you, Mr. Kumar. Quick 30-second answers on what is that one crucial, immediate step that needs to be taken.
Sector-specific education and skill development.
Okay. Education and skill development. Yes, in fact, skill development is going to be one of the major challenges of this whole plan. Dr. Bandyopadhyay?
I think it is quality. We need to bring quality to the total system. Quality in the product, quality in installation, operation, maintenance. It should be very professional if we want to achieve it, because then only it will bring reliability. People want reliability, and reliability brings you down the cost.
Skill development, quality, what would you add?
I would say that, the concern which all the global investors have on renewable is the counterparty risk, and that is the health of discoms who are buying the power. Because today the scale is less, so it doesn't matter so much, but tomorrow the scale becomes very big. The health of discom is going to be one big issue. And if we are able to handle that, this will enable not only capital flow to happen, but it will also enable the cost of capital to come down. IRR level expectations will also fall down considerably.
Chirag?
So, I would say it is finance. We're talking about 175 gigawatts by 2022. That's approximately $20 billion of investment. Right? Given where we are in terms of capital available within the country, it's probably not even $500 million. So the gap is immense, and we just have 7 years to cover that gap. So that really is one of the pressing needs of the hour.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for that very enlightening session. Cost effectiveness, maximizing deployment, skill development are clearly going to be key drivers for success of renewable energy in India. And in fact, EY has rated India as the fifth best country to invest in the renewable energy sector. So the opportunity is immense, and let's wait and find out how well it is leveraged. Thanks very much for joining in.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on, allow me to invite on stage the visionary who had conceptualized and executed every bit of what we are witnessing here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage Mr. Ravi Saneja, Senior Group Director, UBM India Private Limited.
UBM India's Business Intelligence Division is extremely pleased to launch the maiden edition of the publication India's Leading Renewable Energy Companies, along with the awards, Indian Renewable Energy India Awards. It has been a humongous task to collate this information, do the data compilation. The publication, apart from highlighting the performance of the renewable energy sector, profiles the leading players from this particular sector and points out the key growth drivers for this particular sector. The growing population and the increased demand for power and energy across the globe has led to further depletion and exploitation of these fossil fuels. And our reliance on the new resources and the renewable energy is growing day by day. When it comes to India, only 2 to 3% the growth rate is there. Although when we compare with some of the other countries, 13% of the total renewable energy is contributing in energy resources. UBM India is extremely pleased to take this initiative of providing this platform where experts can come, discuss about their views, opinions and ideas, and the energy will get deep insights about the challenges, opportunities, growth prospects, and the future outlook. UBM India wishes to continue this initiative and take it forward in terms of white papers, other knowledge, newsletters for this particular sector, and whatever help the renewable energy sector needs, UBM India would surely would be with them. Finally, before concluding, I would like to congratulate all the award winners and also all the companies that have been profiled in the publication. We wish them all the success for their future endeavors so that they can propel themselves and our country to great heights. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to present to you the launch of India's leading renewable energy companies publication.
The gala evening culminated with the presentation of the Renewable Energy India Awards 2015. The first set of awards was presented in the category Leading Remanufacturers. Michael Tuck, Executive Vice President, UBM Asia, gave away the award in the solar subcategory to the winner, Vikram Solar. Pawan Singh, Director PTC India Financial Services, gave away the award for the wind subcategory to the winner, Gamesa Renewable. Third subcategory was biomass, and Yogesh Mudras, Acting Managing Director UBM India, felicitated the winner to the Abalone Clean Energy. Up next was the leading SLDC category. Amit Kumar, the Dean at Terry University, presented the award to the winner, Gujarat State Load Dispatch Centre. Ravi Saneja, Senior Group Director, UBM India, came on stage to give away the award in the leading redevelopers solar category. The winner was Acme Cleantech Solutions. Next up were the leading redevelopers, Wind Energy, where Vivek Bandopadhyay, Senior Advisor to PACE-T Technical Assistance Program and former advisor to the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, was invited on stage to present the award to the winner, Renew Power Ventures. The last of the nomination-based categories was the leading EPC category, where Sterling and Wilson was adjudged as the winner. Ravi Saneja took to the stage to give an overview of the next award in the Special Recognition and Felicitation category.
Sometimes nominations don't do the entire justice because some things are partly unfilled in the things, but they should not be deprived. And then there are companies who are not able to reach out. They are in the rural areas or the tier 3 towns. So these are the companies which UBM feels that their initiatives should be recognized on this platform. And this is the initiative we are starting from this year, and we feel that it will go a long way in rewarding and recognizing the efforts. So for this year, we have shortlisted one company, and that's the UBM initiative, and it goes to Agrawal Renewable Energy Private Limited.
The last set of awards was in jury-based recognition category, and Rajneesh Khattar, Group Director at UBM India, presented the Individual Excellence Award to Tarun Kapoor, Joint Secretary, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. The award was collected by Ruchin Gupta, Deputy Secretary, MNRE. The evening culminated with the bestowment of the most prestigious award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, being given to Chaman Lal Gupta, an internationally known expert on renewable energy. Vivek Bandopadhyay received the honour on Mr. Gupta's behalf.
With this, we come to an end of this evening. We'd like to thank all of you for being a part of this evening once again, and congratulations to all the winners.